Oh, it's probably just seizing. Yeah. It's okay. Get this figured out. It's alright. This probably has something to do with it. Close that out there. Take a peek at the stream on your phone. Is the visual up? What about the audio? Meow. Is it not loud enough? Does it need to be louder? Does the game audio need to be clearer? Okay, how's that? Because I can lower it down here. We can still hear it just fine on our end. Da, 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 da. Got no one to read the chat though. Shit. Got no way to read the chat. Unless... this is probably going to be a terrible idea. Try typing something, and I don't know if that'll work. Try something, typing something in the chat. Let me see if this works. Oh, I don't think it will because of how I did the projector. No. This might make something explode. Shush. Calm yourself now. Okay, what does it look like right now on the stream? This computer wants to fist fight me. And I'm ready to throw bows. What should I name my character? Jonathan? Like Jonathan and Matthew? Huh. Okay. Is it showing up on the stream now? Let me know if and when you see Jonathan. You see Jonathan? Oh, okay, that's what I was asking. So we're good to go. Everything's golden. Golden boy. Alright, am I gonna be scared?
It's clear when it's gonna get like weird, since it's not like
I don't need to pay attention to these, right? History, something, auto load settings. Yeah, okay. Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Jonathan? What kind of a fucking dumbass name is Jonathan?
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Oni-chan?
I'm clicking the button. Go. That's me, Jonathan. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. God forbid, because, you know, she's so plain, right? Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Jonathan, have you decided to join a club yet?
A club? I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any fucking clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
I did? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about blah blah blah.
Oh, she should have a deeper voice.
I was talking about how I'm worried.
That you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Aight. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, he just said no promises. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay!
Being a liar.
Yeah, I gathered that. I assumed that much.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl?
More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice to start with the anime club.
Hello.
Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in this classroom. I'm guessing it's gonna be some kind of yandere dynamic here.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up.
Oh, you don't need to wait. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
You know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Yeah, meanie.
Sayuri is vice president of the murder club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in murder. In fact, I'm 100% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new murder. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in murder is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Fresh meat. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Didn't he just do that?
Yeah, Sayori's apparently a liar too.
Yeah.
Double liars.
Oh, I spilled a little bit here. I don't know if I'm like peeking this mic or not. I guess we'll find out later. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she is so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed. I should read it like Alan Wake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, a new member is here.
I told you, don't call me that, you bitch.
Eh?
I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You know, I actually think I may have played this game when it was like... How old is this game? I may have played a beta version. I may have played a beta version of this, but I didn't get past, like this part because I was so bored. Because, like, it was obviously, like, marketed, as a dating sim. And so I was like, okay, I like anime dating sims. I'll try it out. It's a free game. And then it's like, holy shit, this is all just so boring. Like, nothing is happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, yeah, it's easier to push through knowing that it's not, like, you know, from word of mouth, knowing that it's not just a boring as shit dating sim. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Jonathan, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. The words have escaped. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. She's the smartest because she's got the longest hair. She doesn't have glasses, though. So, I'm not so sure how smart she is.
What's the glasses in your birthday?
I don't know, like, in the recording, Crunchy is sitting on the couch, chiming in, but I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but, what he is saying to me and to the world is that... What was it? Is it that thing about pee is stored in the balls or whatever? Are you saying that as a meme, or is that something you genuinely believe? Now he's going on about what makes an alpha male and something about Sigma. I'm just trying to play a video game. Jesus. Yuri says not to say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jonathan. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jonathan. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me. Or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I get a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Okay.
I keep forgetting those are different girls. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little kitties. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, and first one, then Monica, and then I follow. It's delicious. I feel like I should probably skip through the boring stuff, right? But, like, still be aware of it.
I mean, it's not like super relevant, but it's gonna be boring shit for a good while.
Oh, that's good to hear. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set.
Like, she doesn't like that she didn't make them for, like, specifically, she made them for the new member.
The joke is the tsundere
Oh, yeah, I got
trope.
the joke. I'm just calling the main guy, jerk.
Well, but yeah, she did make the cupcakes for the new member. She's like, it's not like I made them for you or anything. Well, but like, didn't you make them for the new member? Like, come on, get it together, Crunchy. It's not like I care or anything. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Then why'd you join the literature club? For the babes? Hot chick heaven? So what made you consider it the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... Hang on, and get a cup of water.
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fucking that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club
Before we graduate.
Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same girl. That girl must have worked really hard to find these girls. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new girl. I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about girls. So, Jonathan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Come on, pull a Costanza. Manga. No, Venetian Blinds. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well,
Well, that can change.
what am I saying?
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her penis.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her penis. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her penis lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read
I keep not noticing whose voice I'm reading with. But what kind of like sexy trope? Like the sultry?
I'm sure he's probably doing like a Jessica Rabbit thing.
I read a horror book once.
Or like, God forbid, Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday.
How else is he gonna seduce all the girl club members if he's not putting on his best?
Oh, I read a horror book once,
says Jonathan. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri may as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri.
For someone as gentle as you, I can't even remember, like, when I start to do a voice for one of them, I can't even remember what it was.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Oh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? Nani? Oh, what gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
And give that back.
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
With the since I have a headset mic, like, around my my neck, like a collar, and like in a really weird fashion, I'm hesitant to make any sudden fluctuations in volume, because it could definitely like blow out the mic. Oh, she's a sidler. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder.
I guess Natsuki's gonna be taken if you don't move quickly.
可愛くないよ.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? That's fucked up!
Well, I guess sometimes.
The fuck do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
Yeah.
Natsuki,
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have experience writing too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Meh. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a long time.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeehaw! Let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club.
Isn't that right, Jonathan? Monica smiles threateningly at me for the first time. Hold the fuck up. There's no problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with a bat. Forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this fucking club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any fucking decision. I still have other fucking clubs to look at, and, fuck you.
What a shithead. Like, he comes, eats the cupcakes, everybody's being super nice to him, and he's like, nah, hey, I'm not joining.
Well, I mean, would you want to, let's say, put yourself in his shoes. You're a high school boy, you don't really have many friends, or you're not a part of any, like, extracurricular groups. Your really cute friend invites you to come to her after-school club, and it's filled with a bunch of really cute and nice girls who are like, hey, we made you cupcakes, and why don't you join our club? It'll be fun. Then why would you wanna do that? Like, if you're an awkward high schooler with no friends.
You know what, I guess to be fair too, now he got baited and switched because this was supposed to be a book club, and now it's about to turn into a writing club.
See, I don't think your commentary is being picked up on this mic, but you made an excellent point. Jonathan was baited with cupcakes to come to a literature club, and now all of a sudden it's a writing club. So, you know, he goes for the cupcakes, and now he's got fucking homework? And he's got this whole archetype, stereotypes of cutesy anime girls.
I don't see any hand sanitizer at the door, so that room is full of cooties.
Can hand sanitizer kill cooties? I think the only thing that can kill cooties is circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got the cootie shot. Circle, circle, square, square. Now you got it everywhere. You remember that?
I don't think we did that one when I was in elementary school.
What was your cure for the cooties?
I don't remember.
So you might still have cute cooties. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought.
Jonathan.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her tentacles around me, jumping up and down. Hey, hey. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Hey, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jonathan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Sure. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Dude, it's an after-school club. Like, it's not like a fucking, like, Star Scholars bullshit. Already, I feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jonathan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. How's this kid gonna get into a good college if he doesn't do any after-school clubs? Come on.
That's a life goal.
What is a NEET?
It's like a Japanese term for like a homebody who just stays at home playing video games, mooching off their parents.
A weeb?
It's like different from a weeb, because a weeb, like, you know, likes to like go to like
A neckbeard.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
A basement dweller.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it an acronym?
I don't know what it stands for. I just know it's like a phenomenon, I guess.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Like, how even long could it be? Like, 30, 45 minutes at most? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Could be worse. He could have, like, tried to, you know, like, sign up for a class. Like, I don't know how, you know, the class systems work in Japan, but you know how in America where it's like you sign up for electives and stuff? At least he didn't sign up for an elective thinking like, oh yes, this is how I'll meet girls, and it's, you know, he's getting graded on a subject he's not interested in, all the while being rejected by girls because that's not how it works.
That's right. All the girls are at the clubs, you know, not at the elective courses.
James, I don't know what that means. Even if you're a part of an after-school club, you still have to take electives. Well, unless you're like in remedial classes.
Not in this universe.
Because I think like if you're like hardcore
not hardcore, but like if you need to take a lot of remedial classes, those take the place of electives. But if you don't need any kind of like remedial classes or study halls or whatever, that opens up slots for elective courses.
Gotcha.
I was able to get an extra elective in high school because when I transferred schools, the language class, I was like, and I'm not sounding like fancy or anything, even though it sounds fancy out of context, but I was already past the highest level that they offered for language courses, so I just got like a third elective.
Oh, that's fun.
I would have liked to learn another language at least. Or like, although I'm glad I didn't have to continue the, because I failed the shit out of the language course I was taking. Like, at a certain, the point I got, like, luckily I was just like past the precipice of where like, you're already, you got the credits farther than what we can offer. Because I failed that class like 3 fucking times, I think, before I transferred schools. That language class was English. No, I'm kidding. I have felt multiple English classes. It's neither here nor there. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Uh-oh, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen. Whoever likes your poem the most. Alright. Should I pick out things like specific to like my fave, or should I just go whimsically?
I mean, they're all at the same level of engaging, if that makes sense. So it's not like, oh, you go for like Yuri, like, oh, she's like, like the really interesting one.
No, but I mean more like, should I just like go at rando, or it's like if I wanna go, like if Yuri's my fave, should I go for like things that I think interest Yuri?
I guess what I mean by that is if you just wanted to like
Go
go
rando.
random, you're not gonna like lose that. And they're a little surprised for like a good bounce off, so
The first time I played Catherine, I thought that like when you're talking to the people in the bar, I just figured you should answer as you would answer as a person. And I didn't realize until like my friend told me at the end of the game that you're supposed to answer the way that the person you're talking to, what they want to hear. Okay. I'm just gonna go rando. Well, not rando. I'm writing a poem for myself. Let's go with nice things here. Clearly there's a very, more sexual way to go. Yep, that's the yandere one. I was gonna click it, but I don't want the scary yandere. Oh yeah, I forgot about what you said about having like hovering or jumping.
Kawaii. Hi again, Jonathan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my weed. Oops. I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Can I get a emote in the chat? Thank you. That's specifically what I was going to ask for. Thank you. Thank you for keeping your promise, Jonathan. In case anyone is wondering, I commanded my mod to put an emote in the chat so I can make sure that the OBS is still updating. And also, I just like seeing that emote. Making you dive headfirst into literature. I cannot get over. In high school, one of the classes, and it's a standard, like mandatory class, is classic literature. And on the itinerary, the schedule, whatever, it's abbreviated, so, like, high school. You get in your high school schedule, and it says clit. And, I'm surprised that no one else has, like, that wasn't, like, a thing that more than me has giggled about, and I'm guessing it's because they've been, you know, they took those kids out behind the woodshed.
How, what was it, London, The mascot.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Can this kid not read?
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
This headset is strangling me. Saru told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Oh, I hit a button. And last year too. I feel like I had something to add on to your bossy story. I can't remember. I think not as interesting, but there was a teacher, her name was Mrs. Potts, and her birthday, she had like a vanity plate in her license plate, like in her classroom that says Potts. Her birthday is 4/20, and she's like an older lady, and she was telling the class about how she didn't know that the thing about like 4/20, how it's it's the weed number. She didn't know that until like one time she mentioned that her birthday was coming up, like, oh, my birthday's this Thursday, and like someone's like, Mrs. Potts, your birthday is on April 20th. And she's like, yes. And then the whole class started laughing, and she's like, okay, come on, can someone please tell me why everyone's laughing? And that's how she found out about the 4/20 and Potts. Yeah, it was cute. Wholesome. I have like a scab inside my nose. Feel it. Fuck you. You certainly have a big fucking mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck in between saying Monokuma and motherfucker. Manga is literature. So, Crunchy, in case you didn't hear that, Crunchy said, preach it, sister, don't let the system tear you down. Because he's so thoroughly oppressed in his life for, reading manga and for spending most of his waking hours on a Discord specific to bird-themed Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Not like a bird watching or like bird enthusiast Discord or forum. It's specifically bird Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, and they just all talk about really disgusting things. I won't get into it, but like, it's disgusting even for the internet. It's perverse. You got anything to add in?
No.
He says no. I just lost 60 followers because apparently they're all Yu-Gi-Oh birdkins.
You'll get them back.
I don't. Are you suggesting like a ploy? Do you have something?
No, I'm saying no birds and no feather flock together. So.
Yeah, that's what I figured. that you're gonna do like a out to your brothers in wings. Yeah, like brothers in arms. Yeah, that's why I said wings. Oh, that reminded me of a weirdo dream I had the other day. This bird chewing on another bird's severed wing. Let's get back to the video game. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys.
Jonathan always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work, without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. And you almost set your house on fire.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Jonathan can become good friends too. Sayori.
Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Meh?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal. Oh.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that's up to me to rescue this fucking situation once again. Hey, don't worry about it, bitch. First of all, bitch, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, not from you. So any gesture from you is grotesque and annoying. I'll make it happen no matter what. That sounded more threatening than I meant it to. I was just trying to misread the words and it sounded really awful.
Yuri has to know.
Don't even try and like play off on that joke. Because it sounded really awful. Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a Glock. I don't want you to feel. She pulls the trigger. So I picked out a gun I thought might kill you. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, you stupid idiot, even if you don't know how to read.
It ain't got many of them college words either, so it'll be easy.
What'd you say? I
said it ain't got many of them college words either, so it'll be nice and easy.
Okay, I thought you said something else. And we could, read. I heard a notification. What was it? Hello, Heldebeer Kalp. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much or knowing how to read. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew, that book was haunted. I needed to get rid of it. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's dead, I expect Monica to kill off even new people for the club. but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in an ass. I can't help but notice in her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand.
Oh, you're on the Natsuki route.
Because I picked cute stuff.
Yeah. Well, like, your words she would like.
Well, because I was picking out just, words I would like. And so, of course, I end up with the tsundere. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica. She never put my fucking stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides... Excuse me. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. Kind of like drugs. How did you know, anyway? Didn't he said, I like manga.
Like less than 24 hours ago, he was just like, oh, this shit's psychic, I need to be girlfriend.
Yeah. I like manga. Didn't you say you like manga? How the fuck did you know?
Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
I'm trying to, I gotta figure out a voice that's, it's cutesy, but still tsundere, and not too loud. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There is a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Oh god, that's definitely Eichi. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or something terrible. Wow, this guy is like, oh, how'd you know I like manga? And all of a sudden he's the fucking expert on it. He's like, oh, I've never heard of it. It's probably out of my demographic, or it's awful.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice, but I'll tell you one thing, Jonathan. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why, she says threateningly.
It's also, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of shitty to be like, oh, what's this? Like, when somebody's like, going through the book collection. I don't know, like, she's a girl in high school, where she probably reads, like, books targeted towards girls in high school.
Oh, well, it must be shit. It must be awful. And I think that could also be a joke in and of itself on this game. Because it's like, this is a girl's game.
Well, yeah, it is self-aware. So, like, the character is, like, deliberately meant to be, like a bit of an asshole.
Like Hajime. Hajime the Everyman.
Yeah.
She shoves the book right into my dick. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there.
Ugh.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs don't work. We can't read at the same time and sit in a chair. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Wait, so he's the one who's trying to put on the moves right now?
So what happened is she is like kind of like, hey, let's read this together, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna go take your book and go off in this corner by myself.
Don't you just say that. You make me feel weird about this.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Could you tell I'm trying to do an Alan Wake? I can't do the voice, but I'm trying to do the cadence.
How long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then.
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
I don't think you said that a lot last.
Yeah.
I think it was Simpsons. Like I thought my mind words out loud or something like that.
I don't know.
I think it was like something like Homer, like he thought.
Where he was saying out loud what he was thinking, like it was a back and forth between what he's saying out loud and what he's thinking, and he says out loud, like, as now Marge has no idea.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah.
What should he expect from this? Is there gonna be a plot? So far, no.
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's what really makes it good. There's so many touching parts.
Touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. What is that like saying? Like, I really thought you were fucking stupid.
Well, to be fair, what we know about this guy is he doesn't have many friends. He doesn't know how to talk to girls, so we're certainly getting a character profile.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to talk to, like, people, period. And, like, this is... I guess, like, if you look at, like, the statistics, he's doing the best with talking to girls. because 4 girls have responded to him when he speaks.
He doesn't have any points with Yuri either because she was like, hey, I got you this book, and he was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna go that way.
Yeah, he like chucked it across the room. He said something really racist, and then like I'm not gonna repeat the bodily gesture that he left the room with, but it was loud and wet. He sharded at that poor girl. All she did was loan him a book.
Well, it wasn't even a loan, it was a gift.
It was a gift and he sharded on her as he
That
left.
sounds like a regular offense.
That's... He's the winner. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, girl. Kill him. Why does he keep doing the ooh woo? Instead of being like, oh.
Because his only friend is Sayori who does it.
Yeah.
Yatta! Going
Natsuki gives me a punch in the face. I just mean I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. Hardly. This chapter seems like it's about baking. We gotta cook, Jesse. It's Breaking Bad the manga.
There actually is one.
Oh, I don't doubt that, yeah. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Oh, and she's probably like a weeb, and that's why she made the cupcakes, because she was got really into a manga about baking, so she got into baking. Yeah, it's a baking manga. It's just a coincidence. Yeah, see? Haha, I called it. We've all been guilty of that. Hey, if you get interested in something for any reason, like even if it's a fleeting interest, learn about a new skill. If you don't even learn a new skill, you learn about a new skill. No loss there, only gain. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. Aw, she's cute. Aw. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. What friends, Jonathan?
Well, apparently Sayori reads mangas too.
His friends it's just Sayori and like a couple teddy bears on his bed. Welcome to our club meeting. And he's saying to a stuffed rabbit and a couple teddy bears like all set up in a circle, maybe like an Ultraman action figure. Like in your room. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Ew, don't rub it in. Jeez. Sorry. Oh, I thought she was gonna be like,
well, actually, you're my only friend. Well, you're my first friend.
and then be like, but it's not like I like you or anything, and then set him on fire.
But she at least has 3 friends because she joined this club.
Yeah.
Before this guy did.
That's true. Manga is not for kids, okay? Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Get better friends. Well, I guess that's what she's working on. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Go to a convention. This is pre-COVID era. You can go to a convention. I'm already a kind of a loser. No. So I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Heh, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it?
Well, obviously, we haven't seen Monica and Natsuki's dad in the same room at the same time.
So your theory is that Monica and Natsuki's dad are the same person?
Exactly.
So, okay, so what I'm thinking is Natsuki's dad has taken the alias Monica and, you know, the alias and like joined the school as a student, and so that he could start a club and to try and like get closer to his daughter, and like because he can't quite communicate with her, so he's trying to like get more like awareness of her interests, so Monica can be like, yes, you can keep the manga here, but then when she's at home, Poppy is like, oh, these comic books, those are for children. And then she'll be like, fuck you, Dad. And then Dad will be like, why can't I just communicate with my daughter?
I like to think he did all that, but then when he saw she was reading the manga, he gave up on it. Like, oh my, this is what my fucking kid's into. Now, that's going in the closet.
If there's a lot worse, like you saying like he sees that his daughter is reading a manga about baking, and he's like, oh no, she is beyond saving. I cannot relate to her, and I won't even speak to her. What a despicable human being. But it's like, oh, these are just computer printouts of a Zootopia fanfic. Okay, yeah, that's a normal teenage thing. What were we talking about where you said that there was like there was a show where they were like really reaching to be modern? They were talking about like, oh, I mostly read Zootopia fanfics.
Also, the Resident Evil Netflix show.
Oh yeah. And I wish I could say like it's that like far enough out of any semblance of a mainstream, but when there was a casting specifically for like a casting ad for a Zootopia like fan project with the not safe for work thing on it, and I'm like, no. Get us off my screen. I guess if I'm ever like that like desperate to sell out, I know I know where to go. Zootopia fan projects and My Little Pony and fuck ton of Minecraft animation.
Yeah, I mean, there's always those options. Good to have in your back pocket.
Not worth the effort. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah.
totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger in her mouth. Minori is my favorite character. What kind of voice does she have, Crunchy?
A very deep masculine one.
That's not fun. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Or should it be, kind of like I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Like a mixture between... I'm thinking a mixture between Alan Wake and, more so the, and Catherine. This may seem sudden.
Yeah, there you go.
I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a Tony Stark contrast to her usual boss tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's disgusting. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting to someone like that. It's disgusting. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, was disgusting. And it makes me disgusted, and I threw up a little bit to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on.
Could your timing be any worse? I forgot.
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time.
There you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Why is her hair clipped like in the center of her head? I guess she's trying to grow out her bangs. You don't want to know what happens. Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be a dumbass. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. He can't read. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one, and if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Mañana? By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. And what's that other girl's name? What's that one girl's name?
Which one?
Never mind. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first?
What do you think? Should I show it to Natsuki since I'm already on that route, or can I open more routes?
It's only the writing of the poems that change anything to this doesn't matter.
I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. I want her to know I'm putting effort. Hi, Jonathan. Having a good time so far? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, Topless Tuesday! I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jonathan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that sort of barrier, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. True. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Jonathan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ah, fuck. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yee. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe. Huh? His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I can feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. That's ominous. No, she laughs like Seth Rogen. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he
on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm really not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. My mind went to Shatner, I'm sorry. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Maybe I'll lie down. I didn't realize how long this section was.
Good night, Crunchy.
I don't think we're gonna get there, but just,
I'll keep it in mind.
yeah, let's stop of the day,
Everyone say good night to Crunchwrap. Good night, Crunchwrap. Who should I show it to next? I'm gonna show it to Yuri. See you. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than long enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. Sorry, just readjusting my headset. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Sorry for mic adjustment bullshit peaks. In other words, they tend to pick up and writing style separate from the topic matter. They form fit the two together. The result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little, bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's dope. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to me, herself, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing the air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yuri, yonder Yuri. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, that's because the main character can't read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. Oh man, my voice is giving in. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Yeah, she's a fiend. Yeah, Jonathan, you dumbass. Did anyone else get like ghosts from that? Because I certainly didn't. Poets often express their own feelings and experiences in their work. Yeah, obviously. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. You're probably wrong. I should give up.
You probably should.
Alright, I'll go with Sayori now. Dot dot dot.
This is a good poem, Jonathan. Are you sure it's your first time?
No shit. It's great. Am I the kind of guy who wouldn't be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fucking fact that I'm standing in front of you in the fucking club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jonathan.
The name still makes me laugh.
Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. For those who are just joining, spoiler, but it's not confirmed, but it's probably pussy. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Alright, let's just say it's for friendship. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright.
Oh, I keep forgetting to switch. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, you probably are. Let's see.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret. But I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Oh, me too. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No,
Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yee. Didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast and get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun.
Monica's the best. Next time I won't forget. I am going to write the best poem ever. Alright, let's see what Natsuki has to say.
Alright, well. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like.
Natsuki reads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Like what? Hanging out with your friends? Your only friend is
sleeping and then writing a poem as soon as they wake up to go to have ready for this book club, who you're only there because your friend vouched for you. You have no friends. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki, Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you?
I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world. Like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. Yeah, I never heard you say that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Tsundere. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Ah, that's kind of like what Monica was saying about Silverstein type style at the surface. I apologize if my water drinking noises were coming through there. I have a very dumb mic setup today, so. And those of you who are still with us here, I thank you for your patience. And you look really nice today. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Wouldn't make it any more valid. Exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I get it. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. Yeah, I liked that, actually. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess, really, you didn't notice that, Jonathan? Oh yeah, that's right, Jonathan doesn't know how to read. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Fuck. I guess that's everyone. I look around the room. It was stressful. Everyone's judging me. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. That's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki says, "What the fuck? Eh? Did you say something?"
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And
Jonathan did too.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jonathan liked liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh. Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. What?
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jonathan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh. And how did you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
You know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jonathan started showing up. Okay, that's weird. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Jonathan. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That means the meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jonathan. Yeah, do it, Jonathan. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jonathan? Well, Ham, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, well, he knows when to use whomever, so that's a good start, I think. They'll probably think more highly of me. Oh no. I'm gonna go with Yuri. Oh, poor Natsuki. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means... Oh, Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki punches her face. In the end, nobody has taken her face. She is trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh, Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Jonathan. Thanks, Jonathan. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said, but you know, I would never do anything so shameful, so...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea.
Good idea. Make some fucking tea for everyone, okay?
Fuck, okay. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright mostly.
John, it's you.
How about you?
Yep. It was cool. Yeah.
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job of impressing. Not
Genevieve, you ready to walk home?
Yep.
About what happened earlier. What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
Yeah, I hate them. I don't respect your opinion. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Jonathan, it's nice that I get to spend my time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day's gonna be so much fun. What does that even mean? Oh, he wants to fuck all of them. I gotta go save mode. Did that work? Better if. Alright, hopefully save mode worked. It's a break time for now. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.